Let's start. That's worse. I'm pretty sure I understand. Jesus Christ. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to Maddie's Life Diary. How is everyone doing today? Thank you for logging in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. And thank you for watching to the end. This is a series that I already just started. If you haven't watched the previous video, go and start from the beginning. We are talking about enrollment. We are doing this mom enrollment thing in a badass way, okay? We are being grounded. We have information. We are packed. We are ready. We are not we are not ignorant, okay? We are getting educated. So that's the series we're going to be in today. Today, I'm going to be sectioning different apps according to their different uses, what you could be doing with Parent View, all those apps, all those plenty apps that the school has given you and told you to currently download. What are they for? What are you supposed to be using for? And who else hate paperwork? I've said it again. And then now we have to do what? Passwords. I can't even remember my own passwords. And now I have to keep remembering all these plenty passwords for these different apps. Being a modern day 2025 mom is not easy. It's definitely not for the weak, and nobody told us that. So I'm going to be using DMV as my own point of because that's where I am. I'm going to use the one I'm using, of course. In the DMV, there seem to be different combos of apps, right? Once again, if you haven't watched the previous video, this will not make sense to you. So go and watch the previous video so that you can follow up, you can catch up, okay? There are different apps. One for grades, one for behaviors, and one for assignments. One for meals, one for bus. So that's like 4 apps already. Yeah, that's what it means to be a digital mom. Everything is now online. How many apps does a mom need? But that's our reality, and we have to get into it. I either have to catch up or you get left out. I mean, we are not being left out. We are all rounded mobs, okay? In our school, in the school that my kids use, they use Parent View for grades. If you want to check your child's grades, Parent View is your place to go. Log in, create an account. Just Google Parent View, create an account. Right? We're going to be talking about passwords in the next coming. It's like teacher messages are coming through either Class Dojo or Remind. I have used Remind before when my son was in kindergarten. It's also nice, but right now on Class Dojo and works just fine. They send pictures, videos, announcements, and things like that. So once again, you can just have it as an app on your phone. You can set up notifications so that you get regular notifications. I mean, you don't want to miss that. Each time that something is posted, so you stay on top of that. Parent View or Schoology, I'm going to pass again through. Parent View or Power School, Schoology, all of those things, the paperwork, they just give headache. I think that's why the schools went online. But at the end of the day, you also have to catch up with 2025 where 2025 is. A lot of those immunization forms have to be uploaded on those accounts. We talked about that in my previous video. Once again, if you do not have those immunization forms, I'm sorry to say, you're going to see there. You either have the updated immunization records or there will be no school. There will certainly be no school. And that's another paperwork that you have to deal with the primary physician. If you do not have a primary physician, this is the time to start getting one, start looking for one, or you can go into a clinic and tell them what you need and then see what you'll be able to get from there. But it definitely has to be updated. If not, your child will not be allowed entry. The second paperwork you're going to be having to deal with is emergency contact. Miss me when we just got here, I was like, emergency contact, what am I emergency? What am I put it? And here people don't just allow you to give out their numbers anyhow or write their numbers anyway. You have to ask for permission. Unlike home that everything is super chilled, but here phone number, bank accounts are super zip tie. You have to seek for permission before you use those things. So yeah, you want to think about someone that is reliable, that is close, that if you're not around, for example, or a neighbor, that if you're not around, if your child is using a bus, in my case, I had one time that I was late and my neighbor helped me to take my child from the bus. And let me just quickly say this. If your child is dropped off, if the school bus is at your house and you're not there, they're not going to drop that child. They're not going to drop that child there, and then you're going to be a big soup. So you want to get emergency contact that if you're not reachable, if your spouse not reachable, if you're doing this alone, the person is actually an emergency contact, an auntie, an uncle, a cousin, or someone reliable, and you want to let the person know that this is the school and this is what could be happening. So when they're calling, they're like, oh, this is this one, so we need you to come and pick this person up, and you're not giving somebody's number, your auntie in Lagos number. No, we're definitely going to be using somebody that is here because an emergency contact. When we're talking about meals, they have free and reduced prices for meals. If you apply, I talked about that in my previous video. If you don't qualify, just fill the form, okay? Most of the schools have budget for these things, and it's already budget wise, it's already in the school. They're not going to tell your child that, oh, because your mother is not qualified, don't give the child food. Just fill the form, whether you qualify or not, fill the form. Some schools tie it to fundings or school programs, so it's a whole thing. It's already there, so just use the resources that your child have. I am going to touch on a sensitive topic, which is the individualized health plans. If your child needs accommodation any single way, be it asthma, allergies, autism support, make sure you file it. Make sure you file it, put it in the know, make it known. If your child has peanut allergies, things like that, if your child is sensitive to strong odors, strong perfumes, put it. No one is labeling your child. Put it in the forms that you're supposed to fill. That's going to help the child to be accommodated better. For example, my son has an allergy with strong perfumes. When I mean strong perfumes, he's going to sneeze all day and have instant kata. So imagine if you don't put that kind of stuff there, who is suffering? Not you, not the teacher, but your child. So I need you to have that in mind. Autism support, a lot of the schools have programs for autism support. So meaning that they're not going to separate your child per se. In the same school, they have programs, they have their own classrooms where, of course, they're going to be monitoring those kids as they progress to see if they can navigate themselves into the general class. So please, let your child go into those programs. The fact that they're telling you that it's a program doesn't mean that it's one place that everybody... No, it's still in the school system. I bet you if your child is making the progress that they need according to their IEP, once again, according to their IEP, they're making the progress that they have to meet to be able to be there or sit in the same class with their peers, they're definitely going to be doing that. So make sure it's on file. The next thing I'm going to be talking about, once more, the official email. Get the email of the school, principal of the school, phone numbers on the school, save them in your phone. You want to have those things. You want to have details of things like your child's blood group, insurance, the closest hospital that you guys use, the doctor's name. They're going to be asking those questions, okay? You want to be grounded. You don't want to sound ignorant. So your child, once again, your child's pediatrician, get the principal's number, email the school address, have those things at hand. You never know, God forbid, we'll not have to use them, but that's our survival kit. Okay. So let's get to the sweet part of this channel where we are always going to be saving our sanity. There are things that helps me to stay grounded. There are things that, oh, Nadine, how do you do this thing? How do you have it all? How are you so organized and put together? I am not. I am not definitely put together. I don't actually do all these things. I am tired all the time. Definitely. I am always tired. That's the truth about it. I'm always tired all the time. But I create folders. You can create folders in your email. I have paper folders. I'm a paper person. I'm very old school. So yeah, I am a paper person. Two things that I do that helps me stay grounded, that helps me feel less anxious about the whole process. There is no shame in resetting your password 100 million times. I am a queen of resetting password, clicking on the forgot password, clicking on forgot email. You know, the queen of that. I also have a paper file I keep for myself. I create folders. for each child on my email to send in some documentations. They're all the things I have scanned. You can label them in those things. And that will help you to just, maybe you can even type the password and send to yourself. Username and password, parent view, send to yourself. Class Dojo username and password, send to yourself. Each time you're looking for it, guess what? Go to the search bar, search for it, and there you go. And then there's no shame in that. So the mom brain will be braining. So you just have to do what you have to do. Second thing you have to do, or you can do, I'm suggesting you do, is to have a calendar use the calendar on your phone. You already have a smartphone. There's a reason why it's smart. So make sure it helps you to be smart. Put things on your calendar, the reminders on the calendar, insert them. Once you go to your council website and you see all the programs, or maybe like Spirit Week or celebrations that are going to be having, put them in your calendar. You can also put it in writing. If you're old school like me, you can put a good old calendar on the fridge so that you can see those things. Not only you, your spouse, or anybody can see and remind you. Ask for translation once again. During those times, you're entitled to it. If English is not your first language, please, please, please ask for it. I have had to help a lot of people through this process. There is no shame that English is not your first language, or you don't just hear their accent. You don't just hear what they're speaking. So it's okay to say, I'm not understanding. I need extra help. They're gonna get that for you. The third thing I'm gonna be touching on today is bookmarking. Not everyone is digital savvy, but it's something we're going to learn. At the side of your laptop, you're going to see when you open a website, for example, you open Parent View, you can bookmark this app, bookmark this tab. If you bookmark those tabs, you don't need to go to start looking for them all again when you want to use them. You just have them already on hand. You just click on it or name it according to what you want. So by then, you don't have to be looking for them. So once again, email folder, password manager, save them. Sunday resets, calendar, translation, and bookmark. Then parent resources. So in order to move this series down home, I would like to hear from the teacher's view. So I'm going to bring it on a teacher for them to speak from a teacher's view, since we have been hearing from a mom's view. So drop in your questions, anything that you feel that you're going to be needing to hear from a teacher. All the questions should be in the comment section so that she can be able to answer them real good for you and then educate ourselves. And also, if you like I have a free checklist on my platform. Just comment portal for the forms or passwords or any of the things I spoke about today. Just comment portal. I'm going to send you. It's a free documentation I put together just to help us. Modern parenting is basically tech support and document control. So you're not alone, mom. You are not alone. Save these for your Sunday night resets. And at the same time, I will see you on my next video. Thank you. If you ever enjoyed any small part of this channel, please, please, please share, like, subscribe. My goal is to build a community of moms, and one day at a time, with your help, I can do that. Thank you. Bye bye.